Welcome back to Two Keys
in a Placard.
with Sawsan
And Lila.
Episode
31. Usually we're really good at that.
I know.
We've had a long morning. It's been a long week.
It has been. My bunny died.
Yeah. Her bunny died.
It was really sad. I should have told you on camera earlier. I told Sawsan about my bunny passing away before we went on camera, and she was a lot more shocked. I should have waited until we were on camera to tell you.
We literally have been talking every day for the past 4 days, and she failed to mention that a big milestone, a big death in her family had occurred.
You called that a milestone?
Okay, wait, you have something in your teeth.
Where?
Right here.
Is it this teeth?
It's lipstick. I get it.
Yeah. And you know what, Sawsan, earlier, I was looking in the mirror and you told me I looked great.
That doesn't mean I saw something in your tooth. Great, got it. Okay.
Well, let me tell more about the bunny.
So your bunny died.
Yeah, so my bunny died. There's something in my tooth.
Not a good milestone.
No, my bunny Earl Grey passed away. It was very, very sad. But we buried him in a blackberry bush. I have a pet cemetery.
Yeah, how many dead animals do you have in your garden?
Well, I have, are we raising our chairs up?
No,
I can do that too.
Like you were higher than
I can do.
Now you're higher than
No, I'm not. Look, we're the same side.
Are we?
Yeah, because I lean like this too.
Okay.
You know what? You think your chair is the only special one here? Mine goes up, but it doesn't go down because I don't weigh enough for it to go down. We would need to call
mine goes up and down.
Yeah, so it is better than mine.
Okay, do you want me to go closer? Are you comfortable?
You want to get closer to me?
So you can put your arm over
Yeah, I'll
here.
be like this. Okay, it's fine. It's good.
Okay, great.
So,
Your bunny died.
yeah, I have a pet cemetery. We have 2 of our turtles in the rosemary, Squirt and Darla. Then we have one of our tortoises, our one tortoise. How did I say one of our tortoises? Our one tortoise that passed away, Bagel, and he is buried in the plumeria. And now Earl Grey is buried in the blackberry bush. So it's, yeah.
Oh my god.
The blackberry bunny bush.
That's really sad.
I know. It's really sad because Sweet Tea is alone now. But honestly...
So fertilize your plants.
Yeah, that's true. I think that I was really worried about... Because I had a pair of bunnies. So it was Sweet Tea and Earl Grey. And I was really worried about Sweet Tea. But she seems to be handling it just fine. Like, she's eating a lot.
Maybe she's a bunny that, wants to be on her own. So maybe that's why she's not sad about it.
Yeah, maybe she's a bunny who doesn't want to be in a relationship or something.
Yeah.
You know, some bunnies are like that. Solo.
Were they in a relationship? Your bunnies?
I think they were. Yeah.
Well, maybe she was like a, I don't know. Did they come from the same litter? I don't know.
I don't think they came. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Anyways, we're doing a Would You Rather today.
Yeah, it's so exciting. You guys know how much you love these. How many questions do we have?
I don't know.
4 pages.
There's 4 pages. We're just gonna kind of go. If you were reborn in a new life, would you rather be alive in the past or future?
You want to answer this first?
I say future because, the future is where it's at. Everyone's sad they're getting older and technology is advancing and I want to see where it goes. I want a flying car. I want a waterproof wheelchair.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We should just get you one of those. I'm sure there's one out there.
I'm shocked there isn't already.
I would live in the past. I would go back to 2019. When things were.
Oh,
good.
wow.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, I will go to the past before 2020.
Okay.
2020.
Okay.
2006.
So if I were to pick a future, we're in 2021. I would go to 2030.
That's the future that you would go to?
That's where I would want to start.
Girl, if we're gonna go future, year 3000, let's just go there. Go big or go home. You want to be born in the future 10 years?
No, wait, yeah, you're right.
Go big or go home. If we're gonna do this whole futuristic thing.
You're right.
3000.
All right, year 3000. I've been to Jonas Brothers. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Would you rather be free or be totally safe? I don't know if I get that.
Or let me see.
Would you rather be free or totally safe? I don't like that question.
Would you rather be free or be totally safe? Oh, I get the question. No, we should go into it. Would you rather, like, maybe you're like it's kind of like an animal. Like, you're a free person that can like roam around wherever you want, but there's danger that could happen, but you're allowed to go wherever you want.
I'd rather be.
Or would you rather be safe, where you're safe, but you can't go anywhere?
You're limited.
So it's like, would you rather be out in the world or would you rather be quarantined?
I want to be out in the jungle. I want to be free. I want to be in danger where risk is a possible.
You want to be free because you want to live life. You know, if you're just always safe, then you're not really living.
Yeah.
We want freedom, okay? That's what we're saying.
Cut and dirty and scrape a knee or something. I don't know.
Would you rather look 10 years older from the neck up or neck down? That's a good question.
Neck up.
I would say neck down.
Really?
And I'll tell you why.
Why?
This is a good one. Because I've always had a beautiful face. You know, this I've always had issues with what was going on here. I've always had issues with my body part. But like my face, I've always loved this. This has always been the money maker. This is the thing that I love. This, I gotta say, I don't really care about the body part. The face is okay. Because the face is the first thing to see. I could just be a turtleneck wearing person. They wouldn't even know.
Yeah, but I think I just like my perky tits. I want them to stay that way. I feel like if my face looked like
10 years older.
Yeah, like
So,
I feel like I look young. So like if I look 10 years older, it's not like I won't look like old or bad. I'll probably look my age like in 5 years.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I look 12.
I would go with the 10 years older in the face. I don't care if my body looks like it was 100. If my face looks just stayed fresh.
I mean, you do have a good point.
You know, the face is what you
I
see.
think-
You could wrap yourself in like a blanket and no one would know. Right? Like, come on.
I mean, yeah.
And also,
It's a hard one.
it is a hard question. Because I also feel like if I was somebody who I think it would be a harder question for me if like I was someone who had like a Victoria's Secret like body. But like, you know, half my shit don't work, so I don't care. I want to keep the thing that I know is working for me. So I know this is working for me.
Now
We know this is working for you.
Now I want to change my answer.
Right? It's just like, I don't care about this. I care about my smile.
You're right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I
Would
think
you rather be extremely underweight or extremely overweight? I have a good answer for this too.
I feel like I mean, I'm already extremely underweight.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that because I eat whatever the hell I want. So I think I'd stick with that.
When I was when I was a junior in high school, the summer for my senior year, I was like, I'm gonna gain weight. Like I was 70 pounds. I'm like, I want to gain weight. So I ate McDonald's all summer and just like started like trying to like gorge myself to like eat and gain weight, and it never worked.
Yeah. So wait, which one would you pick?
Extremely underweight.
Yeah.
It's what I'm used to. I'm already that person.
Same, yeah.
So it wouldn't be much of a change. I mean, if I'm really trying to like spice things up.
Yeah. And like there's nothing wrong, like I would pick overweight if it meant I could still eat whatever I want. But I feel like if I was at that point, I would like change the way, like what I was eating.
I just feel like regardless, would you rather be extremely underweight or extremely overweight? Like you're gonna be close to death on those sides if you're in extreme.
Either one.
So
yeah.
either way, I wouldn't be living here. Okay. Would you rather experience the beginning of planet Earth or the end of planet Earth?
The end.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I would want to experience the beginning. You know why? Because then I would know what really happened. Was it the Big Bang, or was really God out there, you know, making things happen? Because if I was there at the beginning, that would mean I would be with the Creator, and I'd be like, hey, I have some questions for you, and my questions would get answered. If you're there at the end, you would just die.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Is it saying that it's gonna be like the end of planet Earth? Yeah, but then the end of planet Earth means that, you know, there's gonna be a new start to somewhere on a new planet. I don't know.
I mean, we're already experiencing that right now.
Okay, then great. End planet Earth. Put me on a different fucking planet.
Okay. Would you rather have 3 kids and no money or no kids with $3 million?
No kids and $3 million.
Really?
Yeah, then I can just buy kids.
Hilarious. I would rather have the 3 kids and no money. Because I just feel like the kids is like your legacy, and those 3 kids, if you're a great mother to them, they could like grow up to become super successful, and then you have someone who could bring you a glass of water at night. Right?
Well, I could buy a maid and have her bring me a glass of water.
Also, you can always make money. You can't always have people.
But you have no money. It says that. I can buy kids.
And no, if I had no
I
money.
would adopt.
Oh, this is good. You have 3 kids and no money? Hello, government assistance. So I would have money, actually.
That's how I was raised.
See? So?
My mom was 3 kids and no money. That was literally my childhood.
And you'll be no kids with $3 million.
Yeah.
Because our show will be so successful and Sawsan will just be sitting on cash, okay?
Yeah, and you're gonna take care of your kids with no money. And you're gonna call me.
Oh, wait, I have no money, but my husband does.
I'll take...
My husband has money.
No,
I have no money, and my husband does.
That's not a fair loophole.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You're over here talking about buying people.
Yeah, there's children that need to be adopted.
So, but you have no kids. You have no kids, though, with $3 million.
Are you having the kids? Are you
I'm having the 3
birthing
kids.
The children?
Yes, I am.
I'm buying the children. There's
Okay.
children that need to be
And
adopted.
I still have money because I have a rich husband.
You're finding loopholes in these questions.
Yes, I am.
Give me this.
Okay. Would you rather be the funniest person in the room or the most intelligent?
The most intelligent.
I'm both, so I don't know. Anyway, please.
You can't pick that.
I am both, though.
That's not what the question is asking.
Too bad.
Which one would you rather
Override it. You know what? The most intelligent person is usually the funniest person. So
that's kind of what I think too.
Would you rather have a Lamborghini in your garage or a bookcase? Why can't I read? Would you rather have a Lamborghini in your garage or a bookcase with 9,000 books and infinite knowledge?
I'd rather have the books because Lamborghinis are not even accessible. Yeah. Useless to me.
It's true.
I also I'm not a sports car person. I think they're loud and annoying.
Okay.
They look nice.
I'm going to take the Lamborghini because Sawsan said she would take the books with infinite knowledge. I'm going to take the Lamborghini because if there is a Lamborghini in my garage, chances are there are probably other cars there too.
Okay.
How could there only be one Lamborghini in a garage? And if I have a Lamborghini in a garage, that means I got a garage? I have a garage?
Yeah, and I can fucking
You have a
take
bookcase.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be smart enough to be able to buy as many fucking
No, you just
Lamborghinis
have a
as I want.
bookcase. You just have a
9,000
bookcase.
books. I could build my own fucking car.
I have a
One
garage
of those is a
Lamborghini.
manual.
Okay.
Give me this.
I'm gonna read one
No.
more. One more, and then you go. Would you rather reverse one decision you make every day or be able to stop time for 10 seconds every day?
I would pick the stop time.
For 10 seconds? Only 10 seconds, though.
Yeah, it gives me time to think before I speak.
You only get to do it one time,
If
though.
you're reversing,
You get to reverse one decision you make every day.
yeah, but changing one decision. Have you ever seen anything that goes back in time, like any movie? Like once you change one thing in the past, everything changes everywhere.
Yeah, that's fine. Because sometimes bad shit happens in the past that you
That
wish you
doesn't
would have changed.
necessarily. Yeah.
Okay, for example,
If you-
one decision day would be like this. I drop this and it breaks. Oh, I'm going to use my one decision I have today to reverse. Don't drop it. Didn't break it. Saved money. Because you would have had to buy a new one of these.
No, I have Apple Care.
That's true.
No. Because then if you go back one time, you change your mind. And
But
then,
you get to make the decision change in the moment that day. Think about this. I have a good one. If you, like I said, drop something or drop a cup and it spills, that would be like your one thing. It didn't spill, so it saves you time. Where your 10 seconds, you want just 10 seconds, of pausing just so you could be like, let's do 10 seconds of freezing time right now. Okay, do you know what you want to say now? Was that enough time for you to think about what you wanted to say?
That's not the point. If you go back in time, you change your decision, and then the outcome is not as good as the first time when you did it, then you're going to be like, fuck, I wish I never did that.
You get to make reverse one decision a day. Okay, example, getting into a car. You get into that car, because it says one decision you make every day. You get into a car and get into an accident and a bunch of people die. You get to change that decision, like, oh, I'm not going to go in that car, and then nobody died.
No. Final destination. If you're meant to die, you're going to die. If it's not in that car, it's going to be the next car that runs you over when you cross in the street.
You know what? That actually is a good thing. When you're meant to go, you're meant to go. So just live your life and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Would you rather win $50,000 or let your best friend win $500,000?
I'd let my best friend win $500 because then they'll buy me things.
I would let my best friend win $500,000 and I'd be like, yo, some genie came up to me and said I could have $50,000 or give you $500,000. And because I chose that $500,000, you best believe you about to give me $100K, okay? Because you wasn't supposed to get shit. So I would like $250,000 from you.
Give me the iPad.
Okay, fine.
Okay, and last is space. Okay. Ooh, would you rather run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 10 miles per hour?
Run at 100 miles per hour.
Why?
First of all, you'd be fast as fuck. Everybody would be like, you be in the Olympics. And having spina bifida and being able to do that, they'd be like, this is a medical anomaly. Like, what the hell is going on here? That would be just brilliant.
See, I'd rather fly at 10. Like, my chair goes 7 and I already think that's fast. So if I can fly, first of all, I could fly. So, like, why would I not want that? It's like being in space. Let me take you to the future. Next planet. I want to fly.
Okay, you can fly.
Great.
I'll take 100 miles per hour. Oh, gosh, you'd be so fast. You'd be faster than the cars on the freeway. That's insane.
Yeah.
That'd be so fucking cool.
Faster than your Lamborghini. Okay. Would you rather be able to talk your way out of any situation or punch your way out of any situation?
Talk my way out of any situation because of the fact that, first of all, if that's like a superpower that you can talk your way out of any situation and not even have to use any form of violence, I think that's brilliant. To punch yourself, it's like, oh, I can punch myself out of any situation. It's like, okay, I could grab a bat and hit people out of a situation.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I feel like it's that impressive.
Yeah.
I think it's more impressive to be able to communicate with your words and to de-escalate a situation that way than to have to take on any form of violence. Because I feel like it's a lot easier to get violent than it would to be sitting down and talking it out.
And resolving it. Yeah, I agree. Would you rather have no one show up to your wedding or your funeral?
I would rather have no one show up to my funeral. I don't give a shit. I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
I agree. Yeah, like don't celebrate me after, celebrate me before.
While I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather rule the world or live in a world with absolutely no problems at all?
I would like to live in a world where there were no problems, where each individual had the freedom to make their own decisions and like create a life that would make you personally happy and make me personally happy. And
I'd rather rule the world and make there be no problems.
But I think that, Sawsan, every person has, like, there's fault in all of us. So, you know, I think that people, like, for example, like money shows people who you really are. Because when you have power, you really show the world who you truly are, you know? So maybe you're like, I wouldn't want to be the person to rule the world because I know I'm a human who has faults and I might act selfishly. Whereas if the world is a place where there's no bad things happening, for me, it's like, well, then that means each individual person has the freedom to make their life how that they want to.
But living in a world with no problems at all doesn't mean there isn't somebody ruling it.
Well, if there's no problems, then you clearly have a great ruler.
Right, so why can't that be me?
Well, because I feel like you would still end up hurting somebody. You know, what if your idea of a perfect world isn't the same as somebody else's idea?
Yeah, but if you're living in a world with no problems at all, I want to be the person to rule that world.
You just want control. You just want control. Let's be real. She just wants control. She can't just be like, you know what? There's this great ruler, and my life is good. No, I want to be the ruler and make the decisions.
And make everything perfect.
Okay.
Make no problem.
Would you rather live the life of a king with no family or friends, or live like a vagabond with your friends or family? Mr. Ruler of the world. I will be the vagabond with my friends and my family in the perfect world, and Sawsan is the ruler of us.
Wait, you can't pick my answer for me.
No, but it goes well.
Life of a king with no family or friends. Oh, I would rather live with my friends and family. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now.
Well, you'd live with your friends and family in a beautiful
In a fucking
world?
castle.
In a beautiful world.
In
with
a
no
fucking
problems?
castle with no problems.
But you can't live in a castle. You have to be a vagabond, which they don't live in castles, Sawsan. A vagabond is a traveler that just goes to random places.
Okay, great. Well,
But you want to be the king?
No, I want to live with my friends. I can't live by myself.
Okay. You can't live by yourself as the ruler of the world?
No.
Would you rather go back to the past and meet your loved ones who passed away, or go to the future to meet your children or grandchildren to be?
Ooh. That one is hard. I would think I'd rather go to the future to meet my children or grandchildren because, I don't know, maybe I can see what legacy I left.
Mm-hmm. I would go, you know what, this is really interesting because I was thinking about this the other day.
You were?
Yeah, I was thinking about
Okay. Interesting.
I was thinking about like my mom and her mom,
Okay.
and then like my grandma, right, and then her mom who I didn't meet, and like just thinking about the people who made it possible for me to even to be here. Like I just think the whole concept of being like a grandmother, right? Like this one person made all of these people who are, I don't know. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that we should respect our elders more because we wouldn't be here without them. So in a way, I'd like to go to the future to meet my children or my grandchildren because I like the idea of that I will have children and grandchildren. So it's nice to go in the future to meet them. But in a way, I kind of would want to go into the past and I'd want to meet like my great grandmother and like, you know, like go really deep. Because when you go into the past and you find out more about yourself and your heritage, I think that like just gives you more of an understanding of who you are, which then turns you into like wanting to leave that legacy, right? To continue all of that. And when I think about like my own heritage, it's kind of amazing to think like, wow, all these people had to go through so much for me to have the privilege and the life that I live now. Like my mom grew up in the Philippines. She's one of 8 kids, you know, and now I live in Los Angeles and I have a freaking YouTube show and it's awesome. You know, like when my mom was my age, she was trying to come to America, you know? So it's kind of cool.
It's definitely a hard question. That one was I appreciate both.
I appreciate both. Like, I would want to meet my children, my grandchildren, because it guarantees that I do have a people out there, right? But then I'd want to meet some people in the past. I want to meet them both.
I definitely have, like, a big family where, like, I would love to learn that history.
Who specifically would you want to, like, meet? Is there a person?
I mean, I've never met, like, my grandpa on my dad's side. He died before I was born. So that'd be super interesting. And I don't really know my dad's side of the family. Like, he's one of like 13 kids. I don't really have a relationship with them. They're overseas. And there's like 100 of them. Wow. So I have like 100 cousins in Jordan that I just don't really know. They know who I am. I know some of their names, but like I couldn't tell you who who's the children of what children. When my dad passed away, like during his funeral, I literally went up to one of my aunts, and she's not like an actual aunt. She's like one of those aunts you call an aunt, but like not blood. I tried asking her, I'm like, how is everybody here related to us? And she literally laughed in my face, and she's like, no one's going to be able to tell you that question. Like, that's the kind of family I'm living in. So like, I want to know the tree. I've tried like putting it all together, and it's just so hard. I have too much family.
That's really cool though.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question that's not on here, but I just thought of it, and I think it'd be. I thought about this when I was washing my dishes yesterday. What age would you want to meet your mom? Like, you could meet your mom as an 8-year-old. You can meet your mom as a 13-year-old. And this is a good thought.
Okay, wait. So like, do you mean like in a situation where like an adopted child?
You know, you get to spend the day with your mom at whatever age you want to choose her as. So you could spend the day, you get to be you, but you can meet your mom as a 5-year-old, and you get to spend the day with like your 5-year-old mom.
I would pick probably like between the age of like 5 and 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought about this too. I'd probably want to meet my mom as at my age.
I was either gonna say like between 5 and 7 or like in my late 30s, so I haven't even gotten there yet.
So you guys could be the same age and meet her.
Oh, she's staying the same age?
No, you're staying the same age, and you get to pick like what age she would be that you get to like spend the day with her.
Oh, so her age is changing and mine isn't? Or
yeah.
Well,
her age is changing, but yours isn't, and you just get to spend the day with her, and you can ask her.
So when I was 5, she was like 25. So like when I'm 37, is she?
No, Sawsan.
No. I'm saying like what.
This is a make-believe world where you and me are our own age, and our moms are going to walk through the door right now. What age do you want them to be? And we get to spend the day with them. Do you want your mom to walk in as a 20-year-old? Do you want her to walk in as a 7-year-old?
Oh, yeah, I still...
Yeah, you got the question mixed up.
Well, I'm still thinking of her as my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom is young. Like, she's like 20 years older than me. She's like 23 years older than me. Anyways, I would say like in her early 20s.
You want to meet her? I just think that'd be cool. Like, I was like to meet my mom see how she was when she was 25. Because, you know, when you're like a kid, like I remember my mom being young, but I think it'd be cool to like physically see her be like.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Friends,
yeah, when I was 5, my mom was 25.
Oh, so your mom had you when she was 20?
Yeah.
She was young, but like.
So like it's interesting thinking about it now, where like when I was growing up, like my cousin's mom, her best friend, would watch us because my mom was going to college. My mom was going to like get her associates, so she would be gone every day to like go to class, and like my cousins would watch her. And so like now thinking about it now, I'm like, wow, my mom was in college, like she was so fun, she was like blasting music all the time, like she was happy, and she got remarried and he fucked it all up.
Okay, so what age would you want to, if you could spend the day with yourself at a certain age, what age would you spend the day with? And you're your age now.
I'd want to hang out with 30-year-old me.
At 28?
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe 35. I forget how close I am to 30.
So you'd want to hang out with like an older version of yourself.
Yeah.
I would want to hang out with my 10-year-old self at 29. I would hang out with my 10-year-old self, and then I would take my 10-year-old self to do all the fun things that like I would ever want to do as a 10-year-old, you know? And then just say yes to anything that my 10-year-old self like wanted to do. And I think that would be awesome.
That's so interesting. I think I would pick 35 because then I can like, I don't know, learn from them.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I'm at this point in my life. I'm gonna be 30 in July. I'm at this point in my life where like I'm totally happy and secure with myself, my body. I've been through so much. Like I wouldn't change anything that I went through because I'm totally content and happy with the person I am today. So I'd love to go back in time and hang out with myself at like 10, just to like instill more confidence. Like it's crazy how an adult can have such an impact on a child. You know, like what you say to kids have such an impact on them. So, anyways.
I mean, I think I'm at a point where I'm still figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
So
and this is why we have our show and we're sisters. I'm a big sister.
Figuring it out.
Is a little sister.
Figuring it out, but also like I don't want to say I never had that problem of like not being confident, but like I've always been confident, but of course always had my insecurities. Even the most confident person has insecurities. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying I was ever perfect. I wasn't like hot shit or anything until I was like early 20s.
But you'd want to meet your older self.
Yeah.
To get advice for your current self.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd want to meet my younger self to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, maybe in 3 years I'd probably pick what you just said, but right now, I don't know.
Well, here you go.
Okay, great. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
The first one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was looking at that one too. Okay. Would you rather end the life of a human being or 100 cute baby animals?
I will squish all 100 of those animals.
Me too, because, like, I mean, look at your bunny. You just died out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So, like, baby animals just kind of, like, spontaneously die for no reason anyway. They're probably going to die.
Yeah.
Kill them. Oops, that sounds really bad. Whatever.
I equate human life way higher than I do animal life, so that's why I would choose that.
Would you rather live in an amusement park or a zoo?
The zoo, so I can hang out with the animals.
I'd rather live in an amusement park because of the food.
I can't ride half the ride, so I'd be like...
I can't either, but it's still just, like, fun to be there.
You just want to be there with the food.
Yeah.
Sawsan wants a snack.
Yeah.
Would you rather read minds accurately, or would you rather read minds or accurately predict the future? I would predict the future. I don't want to be in anyone's minds. Like, the whole concept of being able to read someone's mind, it, like, really freaks me out because...
I agree.
We talked about this before, Sawsan.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just be having intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts.
And I don't want to know
and I don't want to know other people's intrusive thoughts. I don't want them to know my intrusive thoughts. So, you know, that's part of your human rights and freedom is to be able to think what you want to.
Okay. Would you rather eat only pizza for 1 year or eat no pizza for 1 year?
Fuck the pizza. I'm over it. Oh, you love pizza, huh?
Yeah. It depends on the pizza. If it's LA pizza, I can go without it.
Yeah,
If
I
it's
could go without it.
Chicago pizza, I'd do Chicago pizza. It depends. If I get to pick where the pizza's coming from, I'd go with the pizza.
Would you rather be a millionaire by winning the lottery or by working 100 hours a week?
I'd rather win a lottery.
Yes. I would say, okay.
Actually, I would say working 100 hours a week because then you're continuously, like, if I work 200 hours a week, that means I got $2 million. If you win the lottery, that's a one-time thing.
I would choose the millionaire by winning the lottery, and I understand where you were coming from, too. I would say the 100 hours a week only because I think there is something to be said about a person who works really hard for their money. It just makes you... I just think of people who work hard for money, like, they appreciate money more, right? Yeah. Whereas, like, there's so many horror stories that I've heard about people who got a lot of money and then just blew through it really quickly. Yeah. In my own personal life, I would choose the millionaire by winning the lottery because I have been that person who has worked a shit ton of really bad jobs and I've worked my ass off and not made $1 million. I've worked 100 hours a week doing all sorts of random crap and didn't make that kind of money. So I feel like if I was a person who won the $1 million, because of everything that I've been through in my life, I would actually know how to properly use that money. Could I say this 10 years ago? No. But now at 29, I could say yes, I would be responsible with $1 million. At 20, I would not have been. Yeah. So I do believe that I like the idea of working 100 hours a week just because there's just something to be said about, like, discipline, and you probably own your own business, and that's why you are a millionaire. So it's a tough one, but either way, you got money, and I really think it's a mindset.
Yeah.
You know, if you're able to be responsible and you can have that $1 million make money, because if I was to win $1 million, I would make that money make money for me.
Yes.
And so either way, the money would be coming to you. Okay, last question. This is so funny. Why is this a question? Would you rather leave your unemployed son homeless or pay for his drug habits and illegal activities? Oh, fuck. It's so hard, isn't it?
That's a hard one.
And you have lipstick on your tooth.
Can I? Is it?
Yeah. No. Look at that. It's gone. No. It's a hard one, and I don't even have a son.
It's gonna dry. I think I would leave him unemployed and homeless. It's the only way he's gonna learn. I grew up with tough love, so.
Yeah, I would say that too because I dated a guy who had drug habits and illegal activities, and his mom did not. She took care of him, but I understand because
I understand the hard decision, but tough love, like, get it together.
Because at that point you're enabling it. Let's have.
Did we skip this page?
Apparently. Would you rather end death due to car accidents or end terrorism?
Okay, that one is hard because, like, I have PTSD from being in a car accident, and that's, like, one of my biggest fears, to die in a car accident. But, like, ending terrorism means that we are ending hate across different countries and cultures.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I would go there because that's taking out one of the problems to make this world a
Better
problem to
place.
the world. Yeah.
Yeah, as you're the ruler, you know what I mean? So you'd be like,
As ruler of this world, we're ending terrorism.
I would say ending terrorism too, because also the idea of like, oh, no one ever gets into a car accident. Because what if that got out? People would be like, oh, car accidents don't happen anymore. Maybe people would just be like crazy because they're like, I'll never die in this car, so I'm just gonna like run it through a bunch of things. I don't know. Maybe I'm
No, I
saying it
mean,
too
you're
different.
right.
Would you rather get away with lying every time or always know that someone is lying?
I think I'd rather know when someone is lying. I don't like lying. I've never been that person, so I'd rather just know when people are lying.
I would rather get away with lying, actually.
Why?
Because, well, first of all, I was going to just do the opposite of what you said.
That's
But you know what? I would, because, okay, you know someone is lying. What are you going to do with that information? No, talk to them anymore.
No,
What if it was
that's
a little
it.
white? What if it was a little white lie?
Depends on the lie.
Give an example.
A little white lie. If I asked somebody to go out with me and they said, oh no, I'm sick, but they're not sick,
And you
maybe
knew
I
that.
let them slide.
Okay. How many times have you done that?
I've never done that.
So you've never said that you were sick when you weren't sick to get out of hanging out with
Yeah,
someone?
I just tell
So
people
someone-
I don't feel like going.
Oh, you don't feel like going. So you've never told a lie about why you wouldn't hang out with someone.
I feel like the only time I've ever done that is with like a Bumble date or something.
I feel like I've definitely done that.
I don't really do that with friends.
I do.
No, I did it yesterday. I was like, I don't feel like leaving my apartment. I'm not having a good day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just,
Okay, we need better ones. Like, we skipped someone.
we didn't skip this page, but the next page we skipped a lot of questions.
Would you rather have free Wi-Fi wherever you go or have free copper whenever you want?
Free Wi-Fi.
Yeah. As much as I love coffee, I would take the free Wi-Fi too.
I don't like coffee. And yeah, internet wherever you go. I mean, that's kind of what we have right now, but whatever. Would you rather continue with...
Okay, actually, I thought of something. No, I would rather be the person who get away with lying all the time. You know why? No, I got it. Because I was like, you stuck
She's
me with it.
literally just trying to find ways to
No.
do the opposite.
If you're the person who gets away with lying all the time, Sawsan, and you get away with it, you could literally walk into a company. I own this. I'm actually the owner of this store, so let me just take this. I own this. I'm not paying for this because I'm the owner of this. And I am also the owner of this. So
yeah,
you can't...
and me being the person that always knows you're lying is gonna be you're a lying.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, you're lying, and everybody else will be like, no, she's not. She's not lying because we believe her, even though. But you would know. You would know.
And I'm
But
ruler.
what's
of,
the
no, no, no,
point?
no. I'm the ruler of the world. You don't want to fucking jail.
No, I'm not, because even if I got to jail, I would say, this person right here is the liar. Don't believe her. And you'd be like, no, I'm not lying. I'm not lying, and I'm telling the truth. And I'd be like, no, y'all, she's a liar. Put her ass in jail. And then everybody would listen to me because I could tell lies and get away with it, and I'm also the owner of this plant. 2 peas.
In a placard.
With the ruler of the world.
And the lying sack of shit.
No, actually, you're just jealous because, I am the most intelligent person in the room, clearly, because everybody believes me.
Whatever.
I'm just saying, Sawsan, if you can tell that I'm lying, but not everybody else can, and everybody else on Twitter believes me, but you're the one person retweeting and be like, she's a liar, and then I get 100,000 retweets like, no, she's telling the truth, and I'd be like, yeah, that's right.
As ruler of this world?
No. Too bad.
She's out.
Then you'd have a bunch of people protesting you and being like, no, the ruler is wrong. Lila is telling the truth. The ruler is wrong. You'd have a bunch of protests outside outside of your castle, okay? They'd be camping outside of your castle, being like, you need to free Lila. She's an honest person, and you're the liar. And you would just be like, no.
That's not gonna last forever.
No, it's true. It would. That was the question.
It's not gonna last forever. Terrible. Terrible.
I'm just thinking long-term strategy, Sawsan. It would be better to be the person that could get away with all the lies. If you're the person who gets away with lies, like, think about, and everyone always believed you, Sawsan, you could walk into the airport, you could be like, I am on this flight, look it up again. And they would be like, I am first class, actually. And they'd be like, oh, okay. She's not lying. She must be telling the truth.
Okay.
It has to be our fault here.
But there's gonna be other people. That means half the world is gonna be like the liars, like you, and the other half of the world is gonna be the people that know you're lying.
No, but
So
the question was, Sawsan, no, it is gonna work because
Sorry.
everybody always believes my lies. You just know when people are lying.
Exactly.
But everyone always believes me.
If I know that you're lying and you talk to another person that also has the same power as me, that
But they
knows
don't
when
have the
you're
same
lying,
person. It's just it's just the two of us in this world. Other people are not involved. It's just you and
They
I.
are.
No, they're not.
So yes, they are, because if they're involved in believing you, why would they not be involved in me knowing when they're lying?
They wouldn't be involved because even if you told them she's a liar, I would just pop up and be like, no, I'm not, and they'd be like, spell. Oh, she must be telling the truth. And they'd be like, no, she's a liar. And they'd be like, okay. And then I would pop back up and I'd be like, no, don't believe her. She's not really the king. We live in a perfect world. We don't even need a ruler. That's what I would say. And then you would be like, I'm the king. And I'm like, she ain't even the king. I'm the king. And then everybody would come to me and I would be the king because I told them I was the king. So even though you were the king, no one believed you because they believed the liar who claims to be the king. And so I would be the king.
That doesn't make me not the ruler.
Yeah, it doesn't make you not the ruler, but what's the point of being the ruler if no one even listens to you? They just listen to the liar, which is me. I'd be like, everybody, this is not the queen here. It is me.
And that's our episode. Don't forget to
Like,
comment,
subscribe,
and don't forget to hit that notification button so you get notifications every Wednesday when we have new episodes.
and also leave a comment. Would you rather be the person that everyone believed all their lies, or the person who knew when someone was lying? Let the king know. Just kidding, she's not